What is up, YouTubeites? It is Matty, and I am coming at you from the Amber Hotel in London on a weekend away. Bought my recording equipment, so yeah, able to do a war recap for you. So firstly, I hope you're all doing well and you're sat comfortably right now and you're about to witness some awesome war action, at least in my opinion, and maybe you can share yours as well. So the war is versus the Magarian army, I think that's how you pronounce it. And you can see that we've absolutely dominated this war. I mean, it was 30-30, so available 90 stars. There were 4 Channel 10s and a 9.5. So we hit our 2 objectives, which was to 3-star all the Channel 9s and to 2-star all the Channel 10s. So if you think of it like this, we've got to get a star in our clan, as in to a war star, in our consideration is what first star is to 3-star all the Channel 9s, second star is to 2-star all the Channel 10s, and the third star to be the perfect war would be to 3-star everything. So yeah, we hit a 2-star. It's just how we perceive things. But yeah, brilliant war. You can see that the clan we were against had nothing in the tank in terms of 3-star potential really. A couple of the guys had a go, but they just weren't sort of as refined as us, should we say, in the 3-star world. So yeah, the war. What I've noticed as well these days, because of all the updates and that sort of thing, the AQ walk is becoming much more popular, and I think I've got at least 3 AQ walks to show you here, starting with the first attack on number 18. So the first attack is going to be by Jack Ralph, a brand new member into Elite, and let's see what he brings in. So here's the base. They did have some pretty good bases actually. I mean, this isn't like, you know, the best base we've ever seen. But you're going to see here the Arch Queen walk, and I'm starting to learn it. I'm not an expert on it yet, but notice how he saved 1 healer back. So he's dropped is it 2 or 3 healers on the Arch Queen. There is quite a concentration of point defense there actually. Oh no, sorry, I thought that sweeper was a arch tower. So you don't want to take too much point defense on at the same time when you're doing an Arch Queen walk, because if you do, she'll just go off. She won't. She'll die quickly, basically. So you can see here she's got time to recover. She's come up against a Tesla. Teslas do crazy damage, but she's taken it down quite quickly because she faced it. And now the golem's been put down. You can see north as well. There's a second golem with the healer been put down as well. So it's all about creating this super wide funnel, giving the queen and the king, no room for error, but quite a lot of defenses are going down in the process because of the queen doing her thing, and she's going to be at pretty much full health by the time the rush in. Now, I did say in my last video that, you know, I always panic when it comes to doing Arch Queen walks about time and that sort of thing, but you'll see here from what's happened so far in this raid, you've got 2 golems about to go in, 1 getting healed, triple healer on the queen. Queen's nearly at full health again. King's going in as well. So many defenses have gone down already. So the actual trade-off of what's been achieved already is pretty high. You see the couple of giants down. Sorry about the symbol in the middle. The dragon's just gone down. King's gone right into the core. And then it's just a case of picking off those defenses with the hogs. And you can see here, you're going to need to do nice placed heal spells to keep those few hogs you got alive. There is a double Tesla there, which is kind of risky. I'm just going to sort of shift over so you can see what's going on here. King and Queen are still alive with loads of health left. And the hogs are just starting to congregate on these final Teslas. The heal spell was, because it was nicely placed and it covered that potential spot there, it means that the hogs are alive still, and now they're moving on to clean up. So it's just going to clean up for the rest of the raid. While this is happening in a second, I'm going to speed up the raid, and I'm also going to go and sort out the connection issues that we've got here. I don't know if that's down to Wi-Fi or whichever, but I'll sort that out and then we'll come back. Sorry about that, guys. We're back in. Yeah, for some reason the Wi-Fi has been a bit funny, so I've sorted that out now. And the next attack, funny enough, is going to be another AQ walk. So let's have a look at how that Arch Queen does the thing. And you could see by the raid how much value you can pick up from letting the Arch Queen take down all these defences and clearing this half of it, because she is the heaviest hitting unit, as in the highest damage per second unit in the game. You can see here she's immediately hit by 2 defences. You've got the cannon and the archer. As soon as that cannon's gone down though, her health loss is going to start catching itself up. You can see the wizards are clearing a couple of defences themselves, but she's sort of losing a bit, but as soon as that arch tower goes down now, she's going to start gaining health back. Nothing's hitting her for a while, and you can see already this side of the base is taking a hit. A lot of defences and structures are going down in the process, but you kind of have a full Archer Queen health up by the end of it. And you can see here he's got the golem being healed as well, just to give it that extra bit of health, make it survive that little bit longer, because you need the queen to go around and meet her. It's just such a calm sort of strategies. I like the way he just checked the wall breaker pathing before he went in, but the wall breakers actually went and lined up with the golem, so although he checked it, it didn't quite work out, so he throws the jump in, presumably a little bit earlier than he wanted. Maybe he wanted them to go deeper and he's going to use that jump for the core, because if he was going to use the jump there all along, it was kind of pointless bringing the wall breakers, so it was definitely a sort of a reactive jump spell, but it wasn't too bad because it's let him in to get the king, get the queen, and you can see here using a couple of hogs early just to go and get that wizard tower and Tesla, but the right side of the base is being taken down now. You've got healers in there still healing the king, the queen, a golem. The golems are both full health as well, and that's just going to give so much tanking potential. And look at that, he spotted that a lune is capable of taking that cannon down on the right, which is absolutely beautiful. And this is just textbook solid raiding. Now that last heal spell is an absolute beaut because it's got all the hogs healed, and there's a potential giant bomb threat he's going to run onto now, and maybe another one just next to that arch tower. Actually there's not, I think all the giant bombs have now been triggered, but yeah, that loon was clutch as well, and just so many hogs left, healers left, queen on full health. I mean, this is if you want to study raids, look at these Arch Queen walks. They are ridiculous, because just look at the only thing you have to worry about really is the time of it all. But he's got so many troops left before at the end of the raid that it actually works out fine for him. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with seeing these sort of raids. I just wish I knew more and could do it myself. But I will be practicing that sort of thing and starting to learn over the next few days, because obviously I've been on a bit of a disappearing act for the last couple of weeks. Next raid we've got is going to be a standard sort of shattered goho, which I really like from Lucius. And let's have a look at how he does it. So I think he comes in from the south from memory on this base. Again, it's not your traditional sort of just anti-2 star town hall 9 that you see. It is some thought has been put in. Whether or not it's a good base, that's a different that's a different story itself. Okay, so we start the funnel down the bottom. Look, a couple of minions to start taking down some buildings, wizards on the left side, just create a nice wide funnel. Unfortunately the wall breaker didn't quite work, but then he came back in, and now once the all the buildings have cleared, he's now sending the king in. In my opinion, this is a bit of a late jump here. This is the point before this where you wanted to maybe like 5 seconds earlier, because the troops were never gonna stay there for long. They're not gonna, not make use of that jump. But it's not too bad. Look, the king's still pretty much full health. A lot of the buildings are going down, and now the goho is starting. So sorry, the hog part of the raid. So he's taking that arch tower and mortar down early, dropping another giant down to distract towards the cannon. Look, double giant bomb threat eliminated already. Sorry on the text here, I'm having to use my wife's phone because mine's just absolutely nailed at the moment. Going to be sorting that soon. But then that heal spell, I mean, was that the first heal spell he used? I think it was. And he's just been able to wait so long into the raid before he's had to use it, because of the use of giants to do the early tanking. It just meant that the heal spell placement. I mean, look now, there's only like 2 defenses left. I don't think he doesn't even need the heal. I don't think he's even going to use. Maybe he's going to sort of not even use it. But there was I suppose a gap there, which could have been, well, even though the 2 double jump ones, so literally wasted heal spell. Did not need that. Been able to 3-star the base with a load of hogs left, and his queen's on okay health as well. So yeah, perfect raid, looking beautiful. Bringing home the 3-star very comfortably as well. So we're moving up now. We've got number 15 I want to show, which is by... No, have I done that wrong? No, it's about number 14. I'm going to show Stewie's attack. Let's have a look. Okay, so this one is again a sort of a shattered goho, double golem. When I say shattered, you guys are probably all aware by now, but it means two. I just mean to say 2 golems. You can see he's just trying to get a nice wide funnel here. Wow, this is really frustrating when those megapolis things come up. Yeah, it's got the minions going down to clear some buildings, the wizards to help out as well. The wizards are starting to move quite nicely south as well to make it really do a huge wide funnel. Wall breakers in the middle as well. He needs to put that jump down soon to get the guys in, otherwise things are going to start running off because they're running out of options. Oh, he hasn't even got... No, there. I was going to say, of course, he must have a jump. Anyway... Rage spell down now to help the queen take down those the dragon, the loons, that sort of thing. Now I always sort of my quick question really comes when do I actually need the rage spell, because an extra an extra heal spell in a hog attack, that third heal can make a huge difference and make the raid go from got to be really sort of precariously placed heals to get the best coverage to over coverage on heal spells and making it just really easy. So the question always comes into my head, do you need the rage spell? Did he need the rage spell there? I think it did help. I think I don't know, it's always a tough call, and it really does depend on the base, the amount of defences around, because a lot of his hogs have died now, and you can see they've had to go south. They're going to have to come all the way back up to kill the defences that his other hogs didn't get. And in my opinion, it's all because you have to be very conservative when you've only got 2 heal spells to take down like 2/3 of the base, or half the base, or whichever. But anyway, the king's on really low health, so by the time the hogs actually turn around and hit him, it's like a trade-off hog for king, and now it's down to cleanup. And then the raid's pretty much done. He's got enough cleanup left in the tank to be able to 3-star the base, and you can see that wizard up north really did help. And there you go, look, 3-star. So it's a tough one for me whether to recommend bringing a rage, but I suppose all you have to do is think of the angle you're going in, what defenses you're going to come across, what heroes, when you're going to face things, when you're going to face the CC, how quickly you need things to happen. Adding that all together should give you the answer, but only experimentation will really give you the true sort of judge of when to and when not to use that rage spell. Anyway, Shattered LaLoon. Now this was really funny because I was looking at taking down this base, and no, sorry, I wasn't. Someone else was looking at taking down this base, and I said, "Do you think a Shattered LaLoon will work if they go through at 2 o'clock and go and try and take down those 2 air defences, the queen, the clan castle, and all that?" And I said no. I didn't think, even with max heroes, that it would work. I thought the golems would die too quickly, and you can see here the golems are dying. But look at that late king drop, and watch what happens here. It's absolutely sick. So the king's not even been targeted yet, and already the queen's in a position where she's only got a couple of buildings in the way of that air defense now, and it's not going to be long before he starts dropping the hounds and loons to start taking down the base. And the king, he's still got pretty much full health. The only thing now that's starting to get in the way is time. And look, queen's hit the second air defense. He's got both his heroes looking pretty rock solid in the core. He's going to take the town hall and the mortars around it as well. And now we can start the actual LaLoon part of the raid. And with 2 air defences down, as you know, the queen down, the CC down, you're laughing pretty much straight away anyway, because the rest of the raid, it's everyone's practiced Shattered LaLoon by now, in the 3-star world anyway, so everyone knows. I love the little haste spell to bring those last couple of loons in as well. Watch this. Straight onto that wizard tower, boom, dead. Will he even get the Tesla as well? He will. That was just a clutch as well, but that hound's not going to pop. But anyway, everyone knows where you're at with Shattered LaLoon now, and for us, a few of the clanmates agreed with me. No, it's too risky. You won't get both air defences. It can go wrong. But Epic just said, nah, screw that. I'll show you guys how it's done, and did it so textbook. It was great. Queen is still alive, by the way, although she's shooting a wall like normal. But she's still alive. So great. That's why I wanted to show this raid. Now the next raid I'm going to show you is actually a pretty funny one. So I hope you're going to appreciate this. Take it with a pinch of salt, because it was a mistake by Jesse, but we laughed about it in clan chat, and I wanted to show the raid, because it's just an element of humour to it. So he's doing looks like a shattered goho, yeah. A couple of golems down, saw the opportunity to take that arch tower down as well at top, which is great, particularly since he's using minions to clean up those extra buildings. Got a huge wide funnel. Look how wide that funnel actually is. It's ridiculous, yeah. So the queen's got no option but to go inside. Now even the wizard is taking down that arch tower, which is again amazing, yeah. So now that that's down, the wizard's taken down, so the wall breakers are going to let them in. That part of the raid was so just great, it really was. Now moving through, looking what's happening now, he's starting to push through the base. Now when he planned this, he clearly thought, I need 3 golems, because if you look at his CC, he has still got a golem in there. He's completely forgot about it, let me tell you. So he's carrying on the base. He's got to try and he's killed the queen. He's taken down the entire top half of the base. Still got a full health queen. Now starting the surgical hog attack, and yeah, there's the double trip you saw on the double giant bomb there, and he's got a heal spell at the back end, but he's got this golem, and he still hasn't realised at this point in the raid that he's got that golem there, because otherwise you'd have just dropped it, wouldn't you? Or maybe around now he's realised, he thinks, crap, what am I going to do with this? So he's going to just have to use it for tanking at some point. But he's got another heal spell he's going to have to use here. Look, taking down those final defences. And there it is. Look, he drops the golem in. I mean, it did what? Absolutely nothing. It didn't tank any defences. It didn't do anything at all for the raid. So that's like 6 hogs less for the sake of it on this raid. And those 6 hogs could have made the difference. I mean, look how close it was in the end, with these hogs just about clinging on for dear life. But the golem is taking down that barracks, I will say. So clutch maybe. King versus queen fight. What's going to happen? Queen's going to get absolutely slapped by the look of it. King's he's dead now, but yeah, he's going to defend those last few buildings down to the last wire. But there's a minion there already. 10 seconds to go. You know, it's over. The king ended up dying, I think, to the hogs and the minion, and now it's just that one last king platform to get the 3-star. So really funny raid from Jesse for getting the golem down. So I've done it before. I've actually come out the raid with the jump, of all things to forget to jump. Anyway, Nazca again, he is a new member to Elite, at least anyway, and he's already bringing it. I mean, you saw his I don't know if you remember, his raid was the second raid I showed, I think, at the start of the video, of an Arch Queen walk, and so basically he's done 2 Arch Queen walk 3-stars in this this war. I mean, wow. So look at it, the Queen's hit the 2 defences now, she's getting hit by both, she's taking down the cannon. As soon as that cannon's down, her health is going to start sort of plateauing, maybe even increasing. Yeah, it is doing a slow increase. She's got to take that dark storage down, and then she's going to take the elixir pump down, and then I think she's going to hit maybe the wizard tower, but maybe the arch tower next. This is the point where I think it's going to be a bit iffy which one she's going to hit, but you've got to hope she's going to continue moving south. She takes the arch tower, look, and then she's going to hit that wizard tower and move south. The golems are in. One golem's got a healer on as well, just to keep it alive. Wizard on the left side creating that funnel as well. Wall breakers in. And now the Queen, once she's taken that storage down, is going to move left towards the gold storage, and then she's going to be sucked into the base. Now, Wizard taking down the Archer Tower is clutch as well, because it's going to help that Golem survive. The healer's hitting both Golems there, actually. I don't know if you can see it just about. I think the one Golem's about to pop anyway, especially since now dragons are involved and that sort of thing. He's got the Rage spell down to help his kill squad. And the enemy Queen's just gone down. The enemy dragon's dead as well. Bomb tripped. That's another potential double giant bomb threat by the right of that air defense, which is no longer a threat because the there's no the pathing won't allow it now. But you see the hogs are actually doing some clutch work. They're moving through, and now he's only got sort of a third just over of the base to take down with 2 heal spells and a big wad of hogs. He still saves some for the for dropping in a bit later as well. He's going to need a nice heal spell here to just pretty much run, try and heal all this area, because the hogs are starting to die now, and you can see he's had to place it as fair as he can between all the defences so that the hogs are underhealed the pretty much whole time, which they were. And now he's got this queen that's getting healed on the down the bottom side of the base. The hogs are taking down the last building. They're going to turn on the king in this. Oh, sorry, no, there is the mortar there, look. But then the hogs are going to turn on the king and the gold storage. And now the queen's just going to carry on helping clear up the rest of the base. So now that that's down, king's going to take his beating. Then they're going to move left and then start circling around. But there's not that many buildings to take down left anyway. So just, again, amazing raid by Nazca, really good to see. I think I actually approached Nazca after he'd done the raids and asked him about, I wanted to ask him some questions. How did you learn this? What do you consider when you do these sorts of raids? And it's all about trading up how the queen's going to path, and how many healers you're going to need, and how much time to spend. You've got to come up with the plan. I can't give you the how-to guide on it yet, because I'm just not good enough yet. But I am sort of learning and investing time into it, so I'll have it soon for you. Xliv always brings an interesting raid. This is his second account, so if you've known Xliv, he's had max lavas and max heroes for an age now. But this is his secondary account, so his hero, king and queen are only level in the early 20s. And yeah, he's taking down a max town on 9 with pretty high heroes, so the heroes are actually higher than him. So it's always interesting when you see almost like an underdog taken down, and you can see in this war Xliv's sat at number 29 and he's taking down number 9, so hitting well above his own weight. The weighting's one thing, isn't it? You just keep low defences. As long as your offence is pretty good, low people can hit high. I love the way you earthquaked as well, just to break open the base. Use the poison spell to help slow down those loons, make sure they're not going to drop too quickly onto the king. Let him get at least try and take down the enemy queen first, at least anyway. Queen's going to start taking down all those loons now. The golemites are still moving around. I assume the queen's still alive, because now she's dead. The queen's just hit her, and now the queen's going to take down the king, but the king's going to sort of run away and think, nah, leave me alone. But then already she's moved in and thought, nah, you're not getting away. But nothing else is hitting her. Look where she's sat. Nothing else is there to take her down. So she's now just sat down taking defence after defence. She might move left now to hit that. No, she moved right to the town hall. If she'd have moved left, that'd have been even more clutch, I think. And then taking down the sweeper. But it's things that the hogs now don't have to do, which is why it's a clutch. He's going to need a heal spell soon. There it is, look. It's things that the hogs don't have to path to, because the queen is taking them down for him. Less time hogs moving through defences, less defences to take down is making it easier for your hog riders. And the queen just chimed in to go and take that wizard tower down there again. Hogs are going to finish up those skellies now, and the queen, she's just been just MVP, I think, for her this raid. Taking down the enemy queen, taking down the enemy king, taking down all those defences. And now the hogs are able to just run a circle around the base. You've got a wizard and a couple of goblins at the top as well, which are helping to just finish up, to help on the time front. And the queen's moved right now, and she's taking down both those storages. So yeah, queen has been the MVP this raid, definitely for him. The wizard cleanups as well seems to have really helped with the timing of things as well, because they've just moved through perfectly and pincered it in to result in the nice timely 3-star. So, final raid. It's actually a Shattered LaLoon of all things, by Wax. So the final raid I'm going to show in this video, here we go, look, and let's have a look how he does it. The air defences are quite well spread, I suppose. Similar raid to that Epic did, in terms of how deep the air defences are, except the queen is sat further away, so he's going to need to tank that a little bit further in. Now you can see minions, wizards, everything to sort of help them create that funnel. You want the queen to go inside, down the middle as well, because she could easily be pulled to that archer tower and then around the barracks and start moving around the outside. I was talking about that 12 o'clock arch tower then, by the way. But it looks like if she starts moving healthily now inwards, it's going to really help. Now, as always, the king's going to have to clutch it. The king's always the guy that goes and takes the queen down. So when people ask, is it more important to have a higher king or queen? Before, I would have always said king, but now with the archer queen walks, it depends on what strategy you want to do. You can see the loons are still alive though, which is kind of worrying. He wants to get those down, but actually, thinking about it, really doesn't matter if they don't go down, because it's a LaLoon attack. And in fact, look, they don't now. If this was a hog attack, that would have been a different story, because those loons would have gone and wrecked the hogs at some point. But it's not. It's a LaLoon, so they have 0 impact on the remaining troops in this raid, minus that one archer that's got to go down at some point for cleanup. But look, as you know, when you've got those two air defences down, you know, the queen down and some other defences en route, it just makes the rest of the raid easier, and particularly if you just use the standard sort of three hounds and between 14 to 16 loons, you're laughing. So he's going to use that. I'd have used that final loon for cleanup on the far right side of the base then, where that wizard now is. But it didn't really matter, to be honest. He's got so many troops left. Actually, I think it did better work. I was going to say, did it do better work up there? I don't know. The loons are all clumped together though, which is the annoying thing about loons. When they do clump together, they're just so inefficient in taking down buildings. So when they split off, that's when they're most effective. Pups are going to take down those loons now, so then they're not going to go and take the archer because they won't make it. And hopefully it doesn't. I was going to say, if it pulled the pups too far to the left, that would have been inefficient, and they wouldn't have been able to take those buildings down on the right. So it looks like he kind of looked out there, and that dark barracks is going to be the final thing to go down. So I've tried to keep it a nice varied video for you this time, with some, you know, shattered goho, shattered LaLoons, archer queen walks, you know, that funny raid that from Jesse on number 11. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this recap. As always, subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm here to put up the good content, show the new strategies, that sort of thing. I might not do as many how-to guides as I want to, but I'm trying to, you know, still show that variety of raids and content that Emphatic Elite bring. So anyway, hope, as always, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.